International rugby is back. Springboks versus Wales, first game up to kick off the international season. Springboks versus Wales at Twickenham, the home of rugby. Fantastic. I think Barbarians play Fiji there as well. How good. First Springbok team named for the season, 4 debutants. The big Vincent Koch will play his 50th test. How good for the big fella. But before we get into it, hit the subscribe, hit that like, leave a comment. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of the teams named? Who's going to be your man of the match? Because we are going to do a little preview here. Who's going to be your man of the match? What do you think of the teams? Who's going to win? Let me know in the comments. Let's get into it. So we're checking the Springbok team first. Malcolm Marx back in. Doesn't that bring a little tear to the eye? Malcolm Marx back into the fold. His last game being obviously versus Scotland in the World Cup where he did his ACL. So good to have him back in the side. Pieter-Steph du Toit at captain. Love that. Jordan Hendrikse at 10. Obviously one of the first debut. One of the 4 guys to debut. At 10, Edward van der Merwe is another one who's debuting. At 14, BJ Dixon on the bench, who's the other debutant, and then Sasha Feinberg Ngumuzulu, I hope that's how you say it, is the 4th debutant. And that's just quickly running through the teams. I'm going to get more into it now. Huge front row, man. So good to have Malcolm Marx back there. Obviously, Vincent Koch playing his 50th game. And then Ox just loves the scrum. Just loves the scrum. Look to a couple scrums there. I think some guys are just going to knock the ball on just so that they can scrum. Eben and Mostert, Franco Mostert, absolute workhorses in the second row. Obviously, Eben, no rest before Ireland game. Get stuck in there, boy. Another massive stat was Eben Etzebeth has more caps than the whole of the Welsh forward pack. That's wild. 119 for Eben and only 118 caps between the whole forward pack of Wales. Massive. Love the loose trio. Very, very physical, very mobile, tough, strong. Love all bits of the game. So Evan Ruiz loves to carry the ball. So does Kwacha. And then you look at Pieter-Steph du Toit, just all round, just loves to tackle, loves the physical stuff, and will lead by example as the captain as well. Be interesting to see how he does. Yeah, that's my beautiful wife in the background there. Hi. You're definitely not out of the shot. You did look very... It'll be interesting to see if he can, where he can be a good captain and still be a good player. Be interesting to see if that's... Because lots of times, guys, you're either a good player or a good captain. It's very hard to have that mixed together. And we'll see if how it affects his game as well. We all know what a brilliant player he is. We'll see if being the captain affects that at all. I think that combo of Faf and Hendrikse will be massive. Obviously, Hendrikse on debut, massive boot on him. And he plays well. He's got good skills as well. He's got one of the best inside him and one of the best outside him as well. He's got Faf de Klerk inside of him and Andre Esterhuizen outside of him. If you in any problems, any dramas, under any pressure, pop the ball off to Andre Esterhuizen and he's going to knock it up for you. So I think that will help him massively. If he can't do well with this forward pack in front of him and these 2 guys either inside of him and outside of him, then I don't know if he's the right fit there. But it'll be interesting to see how he goes. Like I said, huge boot will get them out of trouble no matter what. The centre pairing of Esterhuizen and Creel, massive, man. The squad, there's so much depth in the squad. So good to see there. Then Fasi, Apilele Fasi, Mapimps, and Edward van der Merwe, the back 3. Very exciting back 3. They will not be kicking the ball back. They'll be looking to run. Very elusive. I think every opportunity they get, they're just going to be given the rein to go. And it'll be so interesting to see what little touches or what little spices Tony Brown has added to the mix of the South African attack. Tony Brown being brought in to help them out with their attack, and it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Then, looking at the Welsh team as they prep for the Aussie tour, not too familiar with the tight five, but they'll be under a lot of pressure from the jump in set pieces, so scrums, lineouts, because Springboks are established, man. They know what they love that stuff. So we'll see if this Welsh team can stand up to them there. The loose trio of Plumtree, Botham and Wainwright, like that. Have seen a bit of them in the Six Nations. They'll obviously have to set the tone for them physically with ball carrying and hitting those rucks and making those tackles. Battle of Ruas versus Wainwright. It's going to be massive. They're both similar style players. Love the ball carries, love the tough stuff, and love getting physical, man. So that's going to be good to send. Wales will be looking to Wainwright to set the tone with the carries, especially getting them over that front foot or getting the front foot ball first phase, off the kickoffs, off wherever really. He's really there strong. He was one of their best in the Six Nations, and he'll look to carry on with that. Costello, classy at 10, will look to try and direct the team around the park. Still young there, so we'll see how that plays out, but got a good boot on him. I think Grady and Watkin will have their hands full in the centres. I mean, you're up against Esterhuizen and Creel, guys that have been there and done it. We'll see. They'll have to be making their tackles in the centre there. Back three, also very exciting bunch, same as the Springboks, with Dyer, Williams and Winnett. Obviously massive experience with Williams being there on the wing. And then Cameron Winnett just want to carry on from his form from the Six Nations. He was fantastic. Both back threes, not really much for the kicking. So you can expect lots of, maybe kicking from either 10, but then the back three looking to attack. And that's us as fans, that's what we want. That's what we want. So like I said, Boks versus Wales at Twickenham, huge to start off the international season. It's going to be massive. It's going to be one up front, all lost up front. I think whether teams like it or not, South Africa known for their physicality and brute force up front, and they're going to enforce that style of play onto their opposition. There's no hiding from that. If you're going to hide from it, you're going to get smoked. You're going to have to, it's fighting fire with fire. There's a snake hole, you have to send your own snake back in there. Or send a bloody honey badger or something. You have to come up with something. All right, so otherwise it's going to be a long, long day. I think that the Hendrickse versus Costello, so the debutant in Jordan Hendrickse versus Sam Costello. Yes, Sam Costello's got a few more caps, but still very young, still kind of finding his feet at international level. So that'll be a very interesting battle. Obviously, Hendrickse on debut, but like I said, got a massive boot on him. Will have front foot ball with Esterhuizen outside him and his massive packer forward. So let's see what he can do. And that's just Rassie plugging those positions, getting depth in those positions. I love it. Like I said, the back three will be massive again. I think the 10s will be kicking out of hand, trying to get field possession, but this back three will look to run. They'll look to run. Apelele Fassi, can kick the ball, but these guys are runners. Mapimps, Van der Merwe, these guys are runners of the ball. Exciting, elusive. They'll want to run. They'll want to score tries. They'll run around the length of the field. And I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it. I'm biased, obviously. I am a Springbok. I don't see it's a young squad from Wales really rebuilding it. Warren Gatland has said that himself. So I think Boks will be too strong yet. It will be a tough one the first half maybe, but then Boks to run away with it. I think Springboks by 15 or more. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. What do you think of both teams? I love it, man. International rugby's back. Let's go. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, and I'll see you next time. Bye.